Right, it's another day. The boys have brought the sheep over, look. They actually brought them over a couple of days ago, but I just hadn't had time to show you. Farmer's just working on the cultivator. Can't get grease in two of the greasers there. They've just never been greased, or I don't know. Bought that machine thinking it was going to be a nice tool, but I think we ended up buying a bit of a project that somebody didn't really want to take on. But it doesn't matter. By the time we're finished with it, we will have it fixed. But same routine, we got to get greased up. We have got to get going because rain coming tomorrow and a lot of weeks still to go in. More than a day's worth, I know. But I imagine we will run. I've got to be careful, we haven't got a teleport behind me. But we same routine every morning. Fuel, grease. We'll get seed in, check our tines, make sure there's no problems, and then we're getting straight to it. We won't be messing about. We're set. We moved on to Costello for around our farm. It has been treated with the same stuff that Jim's was treated for the Frit fly because it's after oats. Rain coming tomorrow lunchtime and a big chunk of rain coming Friday. Then a few more nice days, so we might be able to get a little bit more done after that. We want to get mix planted, and we want, if we got mix planted, we're then just wondering whether to plant over at Alice's. So that will be the last planted. If it gets planted, Keithy's going up there cultivating. The 8S is due back today. We will find out from Keithy whether it's been fixed or not. And we've got to get cracking now. So farmer's got me a load of seed ready. This year has just been a rush from start to finish. Forgotten to open my hopper. I got 1 foot on the drill, that's just starting to split. I ain't got time to change it, so we'll keep an eye on it. And then tomorrow, if it rains, we will replace it then. But we really want to have a good day today. What was that?
Daisy up there.
Okay.
Well, I thought it's no good trying to tell her how to turn that GPS off.
No. Oh yeah. Whenever you start a new field, you always want to do your seed check. I'll show you what the seed looks like, because I don't know if you saw it. I can't touch it because it's got chemical on. I think last year's was a little bit nicer. We should have seed come out of every spout. We're set to 214 kilos per hectare. Keep our eye on it. drill out the headland of this one. Been power harrowed this one, Keithy power harrowed this one yesterday, so we'll see. We'll see if it makes any difference, power harrowing or the Corti-Max. We'll see what's the best. We've got a couple of places where we've done both, so we'll see what works best. This gives you the nicest finish, but are we pushing it down too much? Are we compressing and making compaction? Or are we pushing it down by turning the tractor on the headland too much on this side? Got to weigh up two options there, so we'll be looking at that when the combine goes through it next year. We didn't get a very good test last year because it was so wet after we planted. Look at this. Can you see the mark? Can you tell me where the mark is? If you get your eye in, you can. That's hard work. If you, I couldn't do it. It's not clear enough. The sun is in the worst position as well to be drilling this field this way. It's all right if the sun's over there. It casts a shadow in where the mark you left. Costello going in. So these were oats last year. Farmer was worried about Frit fly. So Frit fly is a little animal that will chew off around the seed and leave you with nothing, obviously. So this seed dressing has got a dressing called Signal. I think it's called Signal or Signet, something like that. It's basically something to help tackle against Frit fly. Well, a bit notchy here. This is a hole we filled in, and we did a bit too good of a job because now it's all right. It used to be a right hole, and it always laid water. An old pond, I think it used to be, they said. But we filled it in. We had to go filling it in. We got it pretty level, but it just it hasn't quite settled. So yes, these fields and all the way up the hill there, they're going in oats. I want to get as many as I can do today. I might even put in quite a late night tonight with rain coming tomorrow. Farmer might even sit on the drill into the early, you know, it depends what sort of day he's had. He's back at farm loading lorries at the minute. Daisy's here cultivating over at Mick's farm, getting the seedbed ready over there. Wheat going in over there. Keithy is going back through some balusters. He's going through with the discrator once more, just to try and get that as good as can be. We're still not decided whether we're going winter crops there or not. It depends on the weather, depends on how much rain we get. Tomorrow's rain isn't going to be crazy amounts, but there is some coming Friday, and it does look like quite a chunk. So we will just see what we get, see how it affects the fields. The oats here did really well. We were really impressed. If you've been watching the videos, you'd know the oats actually went in for milling. They took them all. They took one load, and they were back within the week to fetch the lot. They had the lot. They were really happy with them. We were a bit like, oh my god, because half the fields were laid. Literally half of it was laid. Farmer managed to get the combine. They came out, Turners guys came out, and they set the header up perfect where you could get underneath it and not have it so close to the ground where it takes in stones easily. They set it up really nice for us, and he said it worked a treat. So he managed to get under the oats. It was slow going, you know, it slows him up, but he got it all off, and there was 190 tonne that went for milling, which was really good. So yeah, we were chuffed about that, and we were looking at the fields thinking, you know, salvage job, what's it going to look like? 7S, that is going back, unfortunately. Oh man, what a tractor that is. That's my dream tractor, that is. I'd be working on the farmer for the next 10 years to try and get him one. I'd like one this size actually. I'd like a 7S, 160, this frame, this weight, big tyres on it, just so we can do what we could do with that lovely GPS it's got on there with TerraStar. Oh, that would be the dream. That would be the dream. I could make that work. But who knows, in the future maybe. The tractors, they're just they're nearly unreachable now, the tractor prices. I don't know where it's all going. Farmer don't know where it's all going. All the crops are going into set aside. You know, what does that tell? You know, it's after work for the tractors, so who's going to be buying tractors? Oh god, it's frustrating. Anyway, I can't see that line. Where is it? Over here now. I have to get the GPS to line me up. Stupid. The next field's like this as well, so it'll be good fun. Yeah, I don't know when they're bringing the tractor back. They might have already done it. You don't see anybody when we're on the drill. This is our life, literally a week, 2 weeks, 10 days, 10, 12 days. It won't. If it's going like this, if the going's good, it is easy. I've got one pipe on there that is started to split, and I've got to keep my eye on that, because if that comes off, it just sprays the seed all over the top then, and that's not good enough. But we will keep our eye on that. At the moment it's fine and it's shoving it down the spout, so if I can get it through till tomorrow afternoon when it rains, that would be the dream. I've got a feeling it might come off by then, but either way. And we're not, it's not a bad thing to have rain. It gets everything you've drilled going. Everything you've already done will be going, so it's not a bad thing. The worst thing is when you don't have any rain, and that does worry me actually. But there's still, if you look down you can see the scratch mark a bit better here. But there is still quite a bit of moisture underneath. That's where we were so worried with the power harrow doing so much damage. But we'll see. We've got some comparisons. We'll see. Oh no. That's doing a nice job actually. There's a 1 or 2 on top, but it's so blimmin' hard. Just check our wings. I think I'm going to leave her as is. You don't want to see loads and loads on top. It's not doing a very good job if it's doing that. Make sure you're have a quick glance at your pipes while you're in here. Make sure they're all on. Should be 2 blanks, one there and one there. Look. That's our seed. I think last year's was better, but this isn't too bad. Last year they were a little bit more plump, a little bit bolder, but they're pretty good. We actually had, I thought, better seed in our shed than they brought to us when we bought brand new seed. I just seen Keithy go past. He's got it. We've got the 8S back. It's a miracle. I don't know whether to be too harsh on them or not. I think they're struggling for staff. I don't know, but I'm glad it's back. We'll let Keithy use it. Hopefully, it's the tractor it should have always been. I know we're not alone with the issues that we have with that, so it is what it is. They've sorted it out, hopefully, fingers crossed. They've had it long enough, so it should be. It's supposed to have had a new gearbox. The brakes have been sorted. Some other minor details have been looked at as well. When we've got it back in the yard, we're a little bit less busy. We'll have a look inside it and we'll see what Keithy thinks. Hopefully it's back. It's gone murky now. It was bright sunshine a minute ago. It's gone a bit murky and horrible. We're nearly done with this field. We're getting on all right today. It's a bit notchy on this end. Got to go and fill up a seat. It's 4:30. Farmer took over from me. I've just put seed in, which is why I'm not wearing my hat. Farmer's just took over from me. He let me go and have a cup of tea. He actually drilled the one on the hill there, which is my favourite one. Never mind. We got this one. This is only a small one. The one next door, that's a little bit bigger, and then we've got another one across the road there. We're hoping to get them done before the rain comes tomorrow. I don't think they're talking of big amounts tomorrow, but they are talking of some on Friday, so it might be that we just we might get more than we thought done. Look at this, I ain't got a clue. If I didn't have this thing to tell me where I am, it would look horrendous. Can you see the mark? Anyone see the mark? Look at that. It's a little bit rougher than I'd like to see in here. I think it should have been powered all over, but it's too late now, it's going in. We'll see whether it was the right thing to do or not. That is rough in here. It just wanted knocking down with a power, I feel, but we'll see. We'll see at the end whether we were right or wrong to do that. Anyway, Keithy's been on the phone. He's been using his 8S. He said we'll have a chat with Keithy when he comes. I won't spoil it, but he said it come back immaculate, which is more than I can say the first time it came. It did, you know, the first time we had it, it was clean, but the inside was a little, you know, just wanted a little. It just wanted someone going through and clean it. Anyway, it's come back. He said it is immaculate. He's driven it up to Alistair's. He says it's, you know, it's as normal as can be at the moment. He's going to use it for the rest of the day. We'll have a chat with Keithy later on. He will explain all the little bits and pieces that have been done to it, because it's quite a lot actually. They have gone to town on it, and apparently they've had their head man doing the work as well, or overseeing the work carried out, which is why it took so long before it came back to us. They wanted to have it, they wanted to make sure it was properly, you know, how it should be before it came back. It still took a little bit longer than we would expect, but it's back now. Keithy's using it. We've got a bit more horsepower on the farm. It's a little too late because we're on the last days of cultivations, so it's just the way it is. Anyway, we're hoping to get the rest of this wheat in this side. If we could get that in, I'm gonna try my best to get it in tonight. If I can get on the last field before it gets dark and see my mark, it'll be all right. We might even persevere and just get it in anyway, or at least get half of it done. We'll see how we go. We've done well. We've done I'm gonna jinx it now, but nothing has gone too badly wrong so far. So yes, if we could just go a couple more days without a hiccup, it'd be nice. I think you can see me a little bit. We're not as far along as we thought we might be, but farmer reckons he's coming back late to finish this one. The field we're in at the minute, oh my god, this is probably the only field that needed power. It wanted a power hour after it, but it doesn't matter. It's a little bit rough and ready, and we saw last year, you know, over at Jackie's farm there where we had the ploughing match, we all saw how rough that was, and that still yielded 4 tonne to the acre. So we're not too concerned with it, but it's just slow, you know, slow on the tractor. You can't run the machine through fast on the rough going. It doesn't let you do it. You'll break the tines, simple as that. But we're going to drill it anyway. We'll get it rolled. There is supposed to be a bit of rain coming tomorrow. We'll see what we get. But yeah, farmer's going to come back and do the last field tonight. He's going to get that one finished off. Bit of a shame, because I was hoping to be, I wanted to get these, I would have stayed and got them done, but farmer's going to come back, so that'll do. Right. it's going to be, it might look a bit flickery. I apologise if it does. Farmer's been chasing us with the rolls. He's pretty much caught up behind us. He's going home to get some dinner before then sitting on the drill for a few hours tonight. It's only 7 o'clock, you know, in the summer. This is early still. We'll be out here till 10 o'clock most evenings, but there's something about this time of the year. It just feels later than it actually is, if you know what I mean. But not too bad when you're on the ups and downs. I'm glad I got this thing in here because there's no chance. The headland, I have no idea. We will come back, and it's the one right next to the motorway that everyone can see, so everyone's going to have a great laugh at that. Christ almighty, I was using everything I had to try and, I don't know if it's right or not. It's marked on here, but whether it's right, I don't know. There's going to be a couple of pieces that probably stand out, I would have thought. Up goes the marker arm. Right, get ourselves spun around right by the motorway. I hate working by the motorway with the lights on. I hate the thought of it distracting people on the road. But hopefully they're concentrating on what they're doing and not what I'm doing. Here's what we can see, look. Drill's going down, the marker arm's going out. There's the marker arm. It's yeah, this thing saved my bacon today, really. Next bout is a tram line. Farmer's got us some seed down here. Anyway, you can't see very much, so we'll pick it back up in the morning. Farmer's hoping to get the next field done tonight, as long as we don't get any breakdowns. I can't go too fast in here. It's just too hard on the drill. So, but I think it'll still be all right. We'll catch up. We're hoping to go to mix in the morning, and if we don't get too much rain, we're hoping to get a field or two that done there before the rain. So that's the plan. We'll see. We'll catch up in the morning.